Absolvement is quickly becoming one of my favorite games, and with all the updates that they keep putting out, I wanted to make a quick, hopefully unscripted video just talking about my thoughts on the game so far, from the recent updates that they've done, and just everything that they plan to do so far. So I'm going to go over some of the stuff that I like, and some of the stuff that I think could be improved for the game overall. And if the devs watch this, I would love to talk to you guys about it more in depth. I'm, for some reason, really shit at rambling when I'm actually recording, but if I'm not recording, I can ramble for a while. I don't know why it works that way, but it just does. So let me talk about some of my favorite things. Alright, first off, with the latest big update adding the event rooms, I love these. First off, the aesthetic and the themes of all the rooms and just the layers in general now are beautiful. Whoever your builder is for the team, because I'm not the most sure, hats off to them. They have done a fantastic job. And I think it brings such a diversity to the dungeon experience in general, because you have rooms that let you find a legendary, talent, weapon, etc., at the cost of a debuff for the rest of your run. You can duel yourself to get rewards. You can do the Simon Says game. You can find a chest that might give you loot. You can find a shop. You can go fishing. You can do all these cool things just by clearing and playing the game. I think it adds a ton more diversity, and I love it. I do have a couple of cons, kind of, but it's not really with the events. It's just with what's contained within them, specifically the shops. A big critique that I have is I don't feel there's enough varied consumables. I feel like I see the same things over and over again. I think in all my playtime, one of the Void Essence things that lets you burn one of the potentials. Other than that, I keep finding the same things within the shops. Maybe in the future add some more unique items and stuff like that. I'm sure it's probably already on your radar, so you don't need me breathing down your throat about it, but I want to get my opinions out there and start a discussion, so that's where we are. With all the new skills and weapons they're adding, the build potential is limitless. I have found myself just going back into dungeons repeatedly, and I have fallen in love with a scythe. I don't remember the name of it, but the critical is you grab them and spin them around and then slam it into the ground and do a ton of damage. That with stealth and a couple other disease moves that I've been using are fantastic. I am loving it. I've definitely been enjoying grinding the lower layers. The bosses I know you guys have mentioned are not the only ones on the list. Right now it's just rough sometimes because I feel like they have hyper armor and everything. Maybe I'm just schizo. I don't know. But when I'm trying to hit combos on them, they never stop for some reason. I'll parry a lot of their moves, but they keep going. There's no parry stun to them at all, and it can be frustrating sometimes. I'm excited to see what bosses you guys have planned, but right now, I wish there was a bit more variety and maybe just the mechanics of the boss, where if you parry him enough times on a floor, he'll temporarily stop so you can land a hit in or try to land a hit in, because sometimes it just feels downright oppressive when the boss just does not let up and does a ragdoll combo into a grab, into a spin move. It can just suck sometimes. But with that out of the way, my other big thing is the map. Like I said earlier, the theming on the maps is beautiful. Hats off to the builders. I think you guys did a fantastic job. My only issue right now is the variety of rooms and the variety of almost like landscapes that we can get ourselves into. I feel like I'm coming across very often the same general styles of rooms, and sometimes it can feel very cramped without needing to be. I wish sometimes there was a big open zone with maybe some hills and various underground areas you can go to. Sometimes maybe a lair, if you get deep enough, some of the lairs will become so much larger that you can incorporate almost like a mini open world within a lair. Not to that extent of, say, Rogue Lineages, Royal Woods or stuff like that, but you can start having little subsections within the lairs, which could be really fun to experiment with. Maybe you get into a room and it goes, hey, this is the gloomy forest area and more poison damage happens here, something like that. Stuff to start diversifying the lairs with different themes, as well as just making the geography of each lair feel a bit more varied with the rooms that are presented. Again, I don't know if that's been on the roadmap. I've been loosely paying attention, but I really wanted to discuss it, so I just want to get my opinion out there. The other thing about skills that I really wanted to talk about is the diversity that they have. I'm personally running a stealth M1 kind of build with some AoE mixed in there. I'm trying to find the Necropolis ability that lets you bring essentially NPCs back from the dead to help you with summons. I'm looking, I'm grinding. Unfortunately, have not gotten it yet, but I'm giving it my all. I do love that you guys have added summons. Being a person that in any MMO or RPG game, I've always went for a class or archetype that has pets or summons. I love it. Thank you guys. Please make more, whether they be varied for each element or whatnot. I am a large fan. Keep it up. The last thing I want to touch on about the state of the game is the survey that was done. I really liked that you guys made it as detailed as you did and gave players the chance to give some general answers as well as some more detailed ones on various aspects of the game, whether it be the drip, the skills, items, weapons you get to pick, etc. I think character creation still has a little ways to go in terms of the starter weapons and skills. I personally think a couple more would be nice. But overall, I think you guys have done a great job so far, and I am very excited to continue supporting and playing the game as much as I can. So, thank you guys for letting me test, and I hope to make more videos in the future, whether they be Yap or some other kind of guide. I'll see you guys later.